Hello everyone, welcome to CliffSoccerZone. I'm Cliff, and we're going to start this YouTube journey together and see where it takes us. Some would argue it's probably not the best time to start a YouTube channel as an Arsenal fan, and even though I slightly disagree with that statement based on the history of what's happened to Arsenal over the past 8 to 10 years, and I don't think right now is anything close to as bad as Arsenal has been in the past, but again, we're going to start the YouTube journey and we're going to see where it takes us and go from there. And basically, I'm going to talk about a wide variety of topics across the footballing or soccer world, whatever term you want to use about it. It's not something that I think you should get hung up upon. But I understand why some people can't help themselves in terms of getting stuck over which word you use, football, soccer. I typically use both interchangeably. So as soon as you can get over the fact that I'm going to use both, the sooner we can actually get into the nitty-gritty of the talking points I want to talk about. But basically as well, it's going to come across a lot of the content I'm going to make is that it's an Arsenal channel, but that isn't my intention. But since I am an Arsenal fan, it may come across that way, but I'm going to talk about a wide variety of topics. We're talking Premier League, La Liga, Ligue 1, even some of the leagues that you probably wouldn't hear about that often that deserve to have a light shined on them. We're talking Turkish Super League, the Eredivisie, the other leagues as well. And we're going to talk, as I said, talk about a wide variety of topics. And basically, when I'm talking about these topics, I'm going to try to be as unbiased as I possibly can, but there are going to be some instances based on as well what I'm talking about. Like, for example, if we're talking about a North London derby, Arsenal versus Tottenham, it's kind of hard as an Arsenal fan to be completely unbiased when talking about a rivalry as deep and as much hatred as there is between the two clubs. So there are going to be instances where I unfortunately will be biased, and there's also the term inherent bias, which basically means that even if you try to be unbiased, everyone has a little bit of bias built into them based on their life experiences as well as other things that they've experienced. But basically, as I said, I'm going to try to be as unbiased as I can, and we're going to talk about the various topics, going to have fair discussions. Would love to have some interaction in the comment section as well as other places as well. And basically, the other thing I wanted to talk about in this welcome video was why Cliff's Soccer Zone and not Cliff's Football Zone. Because I am American, as you can tell, I would hope that you could tell from the voice, my accent and everything. But basically, I figured that since I'm American, I figured I would go with Cliff's Soccer Zone just to basically point out that I am American. Yes, I like to think I'm as knowledgeable as many of the people from Europe or the rest of the world, but I figured to at least give that sort of distinction, I would go by Cliff Soccer Zone. And as I said, I'm going to use the terms interchangeably, especially, for example, when I'm talking about MLS or the U.S. men's national team, since the people that watch those leagues tend to use the term soccer more than football, I might use soccer in that instance versus when I'm talking about European football, the Champions League, the Premier League, La Liga, etc., I'm probably going to use the term football more. So the sooner you can not get hung up on which terminology I'm going to use, the sooner we can get, as I said, to the nitty-gritty of the talking points I want to talk about. And basically, essentially, that's it. Just want to welcome you all to the channel, and thank you for watching this video. Take care.